Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here. Today we're going to be talking about Hero MEEPO. Specifically, this is a game I just played. It was a ranked match on my main account. I'm ranked 206 in Europe. This is actually a North American game, 10,700 MMR, and I'm going to be going over the decisions I made this game to run over the game. Now, my team did great, but there was a couple of key decisions I made, which is when I should farm, when I should fight, when I should look for kills, where I should farm, where I should fight, where I should look to put the pressure on the map to shut down a game. Also, I was thinking before I turned on the record video that it's crazy. I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 years. That's posting Dota videos to this channel. And some of you guys are probably still watching from that point, which is really insane. Crazy to think about that it's been that long. I feel like I just started, honestly, but it's been so long. So thank you for your support, guys. I appreciate it a lot. You know, the fact that I get to do this as my job every day is pretty cool. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, before we get into the main part of the video, I do want to let you guys know that I'm not only posting videos here on YouTube, I also frequently post videos on the website. If you don't know what I'm talking about, almost every single day I'm posting a new video to the Game League website. We're going to teach you guys in depth about how to get to the next level. So if you want to become absolutely broken, click the link down below and sign up. So in this laning stage, first thing to talk about, I'm against Nyx Magnus. Both these heroes are terrible in the laning stage. Mag is okay, not the best base stats at only 3 armor, not very impressive. Not the best damage actually at 62 compared to a lot of offlane heroes, it's okay. And then Nyx Assassin is pretty terrible. He also went for first blood this game in the bot lane, which we knew, someone called it out. They're like, tri-lane? It was in Spanish, I couldn't understand it. But it was something along the lines of tri-lane. I don't know how you say tri-lane in Spanish, you could leave it in the comments. But they were tri-laning in Spanish. So I decided to immediately put pressure. Now the key thing is, I actually did this very intentionally. I don't think I did it perfect, but pretty close. I don't hit the Magnus, like I don't click on the Magnus until I'm out of aggro range. Now maybe I hit him in range creep aggro range. Probably, yeah. So I hit him in range creep aggro range, but I didn't aggro any of the melees. And the goal of this is that the lane won't push, right? So by not aggroing any of these melee creeps, they'll continue to kill my wave, and I'll keep the wave back. So just putting pressure, bullying him as long as I can before I have to go get the CS. I think my timing was pretty damn good here. Nice shockwave from the mag. I think he only got one of them though, which wasn't too bad. And we're chilling. We're gonna deny. Don't want to auto attack here. Want to make sure this range creep goes in deny range, which it does, and we get that deny, and we're feeling good because now the lane is even and we've done half damage to Magnus. And it's only gonna get worse from here because really, I mean, now that I'm off to this good start, I have perfect CS, I'm gonna get my first item before Magnus. Now, I decided to go boots. The reason why I went boots this game is whenever you're dominating a lane giga hard and your game is extremely easy, you should buy boots. And I mean extremely easy, because if it's like in between and you don't buy a stat item, you won't trade as well in the one-on-one and you're gonna likely lose the trade over time. But in this game, I mean, it's so easy that if I buy boots, I'm gonna be able to chase them down. And so that's the idea. Flame break from the Battle Rider here, just putting pressure. I have no problem giving up a CS at this point for about 200 to 300 damage. And the reason why I see it like that is that 200 to 300 damage is likely going to be paid back later on, right? He's gonna have to ship a salve, which costs, well, way more than 1 CS, right? For instance, he immediately does salve, but now he has no tangos and no salve. But yeah, he's had to use a ton of shockwaves, so he's used quite a bit of mana, and he's burned through a lot of his HP pool. So this pressure, because he has a Nyx Assassin, and because the Nyx tri-lane was very key. And I'm not saying, oh, this is gonna happen every game, and you should dominate every lane as MEEPO. MEEPO's not really a great laner. The hero's stats are pretty good, 8 armor is insane, but other than that, I mean, its base strength is okay too, but other than that, not that good. It's really not that good. Here I had a double wave, which I didn't actually like. So I used the poof to push it in a little bit. Wanted to kill off the wave, kill the range creep here. Lane evens, but then it's doubled here. I felt okay. Usually you don't want this. This is like really bad, and typically I'd aggro it under tower. I felt okay about it here because I knew that they wouldn't dive me and their lane just sucks. But this was great. I got to get solo XP. And the key timing for MEEPO is treads and level 4. That is when the hero becomes a new beast. Previous to that, you're just okay. Treads level 4, my treads got sniped this game. Oh, God, but whatever. Okay, so here we put a little pressure on Magnus. Don't want to get close to the tower. Even that was probably stupid. Maybe he could have, I guess he's lacking some mana. He maybe could have skewered me. Okay, it was on cooldown. Oh, maybe I knew it was on cooldown because he used it. Yeah, he used it on the bat, I remember, because you can hear that shit. Right, it's like, kill off the large creep here. Happy to farm. At this point, my goal is to get the lane back, if possible. I think bat pulled, so gonna deny this creep aggressively. And at this point, yeah, as I said, I don't want to aggro, so notice how I'm running at him without clicking him. And this is important. And then I actually used the secondary MEEPO to deny while I zoned him with the first one. The reason why I'm doing this is I want to zone him just out of aggro range, which is about here. And in the meanwhile, this other creep, my treads, this other Meepo will deny for me. And so, I don't know, this is a cool strategy you can do in these super free lanes. Only really works in the safe lane. Safe lane's so easy compared to the off lane, am I right, guys? Yeah, nothing crazy here. At this point, basically, once you get 2 Meepos, you can just hit the creeps at the same time, and you hit for 120, technically. 126. And so I decided to put some pressure on him here. I occasionally net him and hit him. If I had my treads, I would be going so ham on this guy. Because, I mean, the treads DPS amp is insane. It's so substantial, but I lost my treads, so I felt a little hesitant to trade because I don't have the HP on string treads. If I get gone on, I don't have agi to go on him. I was a little hesitant as a result of that. Otherwise, I mean, this guy has 14 CS to my 35, but still, I felt a little meh. From here, just chilling. I didn't like that I was so close to the tower. He went for the Lotus, put a pressure on him. Double poof is the most damage in the early game, so we double poof. Chase him a bit here. Had to be a little careful. Against Magnus, you have to be careful about going to the tower because you can get skewered into a TP. Like, he's never going to kill me at this point, but I could die to that. I decided to go crazy on him because he had no skewer here, and double poof actually killed him off. So, massive kill, completely shutting this guy down. At this point with the lane pushing, I wanted to try to pull. I went for a bit of a cheeky play here, which was a side pull with one of the Meepos and Wisdom Rune on the other Meepo. I think in hindsight, I wish I instantly poofed the other Meepo here and fought it. Because I think I either would have ended up killing him or have pushed him off so quickly that he wouldn't gotten the wisdom. But I was hesitant because I'm like, I want to pull, which didn't even happen. So like, I really should have just done it. And he ended up living on 1 HP, which obviously if I instantly poofed would not have happened. So that was pretty bad. I wish I just hard contested the wisdom because if this guy doesn't get the wisdom, he's never even going to come close to level 6. Like, his game's already bad, but it will be like giga bad. My Meepos get a little bit low, so you just want to auto attack as much as you can when that happens. We get Royal Jelly, which really helps my regen here. Best items on this hero, Pig Pole, any stat item, Royal Jelly, because you can click it on any of the low Meepos. Seeds of Serenity are decent because you can put it on the ground and it heals all the Meepos, so it's okay. And then Arcane Ring is very good because you just give mana to all your Meepos, which helps in the early game. Also here, this was a mistake on my part. I think this was really bad in hindsight because basically at this point in the game, I can just flash farm the jungle. I have max poof, I'm about to have max poof. And so you can just flash farm the jungle and take the wave under tower. And so I should have just let him farm the next wave here. Like, I got greedy, I contested this camp and then wanted the wave. Which is, I mean, it's kind of reasonable because Bat was sort of here, but he's low. And the problem is if they have a TP, this guy can RP me into a TP and I'm just gonna die, right? So like, I mean, he didn't even have to RP me, but he did it in a really cool way where he shockwave skewered and then brought me even further back. And it was really, really well done. And I would have died to a TP, but I checked the replay. They had none besides a 100 HP Luna. So kind of unfortunate for him. Definitely something I would avoid in the future, which is like taking a risk because this hero can't disengage. You know, it's like a drow. You shouldn't be pushing up his drow as the game progresses. It just doesn't have a way out. And you could be like, oh, but what about poof? I mean, I guess I could play it like that, but even then I probably still would have died. From there, anytime one of your Meepos gets low, you just want to jungle back to base or farm back to base. So I actually jungled this Meepo back to base. I used 2 of its remaining poofs to farm up this camp, send him home while the other one farms the lane. We're feeling good, we're feeling good. Nothing crazy here. Because we're going to poof out the wave, take this camp. I think I looked to pull after that, yeah. So I'm going to farm one camp and then pull the other. I felt that this was efficient. I think it was efficient. Mag comes back to lane here. At this point, I mean, I could pressure him, but like, for instance, they make this play. I actually choked it a bit here. I almost died. I ended up getting out of here. I like messed up my micro and I ran away. I ran away the full HP one and then poofed poofed in place. That was like it almost killed me. But okay, we're chilling. That was really bad. Could have griefed my game. At this point, even if a Meepo gets low but it's full mana, you don't have to send it to base. It's really about the mana that's the bigger problem. But if you're low on health and you have points in Ransack, you'll heal. You'll heal very comfortably. You'll heal. So no need to go back to base for low HP. Just jungle defensively. And that's what we're going to do here. End up finding a stack. God bless my mid laner or whoever stacked it. Yoink, I'll be taking that. In terms of items, I think I meant to ship out Ogre Axe, but it didn't come on my courier. The best farming items are the Agi and the Int though, right? Because the Int lets you poof more. So technically this is the best for farming, but I usually would recommend the Ogre Axe just in case you have to fight or you get ganked. From there, whenever some gyro runs into me, noob, always double poof in the early game. It's the most damage by far, guys. Also, at this point, I have my poof talent, and that makes poof do 400 damage each, because it does 2 instances of damage if you're on top of them. So those poofs did 800 damage. You know how much Finger of Death does? 600. I just hit this guy for 25% more than Finger of Death with poof. So yeah, we're gonna take the stacks. Boom, you just wipe out the stacks once again. Send the low HP, well, mainly low mana Meepo back to base. So he's gonna chill. And at this point, I kind of just like to send my, well, this is the main timing, and this is what I like playing for. This is personally the build I like on Meepo, which is just Ags Rush. Reason why is it makes you tanky, you're hard to be bursted because you have a lot of health, and then you have Mega Meepo. And the reason why I find Mega Meepo to be so strong is even though Mega Meepo doesn't hit that hard in the early game before you get stat items, it's really just about poof. Once you hit this poof talent and you have 3 Meepos, the Mega Meepo poof does like 400 damage or something. I mean, it's no joke, right? It's a lot of damage. And you can just bait, you can frontline. You're kind of more of a utility. You have 3 nets, right? You can poof, it's just strong. You have fling. Fling is extremely powerful, it's a nuke. So I personally find that rushing Mega Meepo is the way to go on this hero. I don't like the other builds, you're too weak, in my opinion, for like early fights. I just feel like the other build is maybe better for farming, but I think it's just too slow paced. So once I have my Ags level 11, that level 11 is when you get the 3rd Meepo, I'm gonna go fight, right? And this is the idea. So, good Hex, I was fine. I was gonna Mega Meepo. Probably could have poofed in earlier here, but whatever, easy fight. I mean, these guys are just feeding at this point. At this point, the game is pretty much over, but you notice like the big thing that ends this game quickly is like how hard I destroyed the mag, right? How hard I destroyed mag just kind of enables my team to do well because they have, like this guy's blink is gonna be way later than it should be. Typically mags, if they go like, I mean, this guy didn't buy treads, he didn't buy any stat item. No wand, no wraith, no bracer. And he still got a 13-minute blink. Right? Like, good time with stat items is like 11-10. And he has 13 with no stat items. So he's like not strong in the fight, right? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. But yeah, I mean, we're at a 6K lead, but the way you really wrap up games as carry, if you're like, oh, I can't win my games, I don't know how to win. You have to learn to win your lane, which, yes, some of it this game was because the Nyx didn't play the lane in the first wave, and then he has a Nyx. But imagine I pulled aggro constantly when I went on the Magnus. It would have pushed the wave and mag would have just been fine, right? Imagine when I hit level 4, I didn't pressure the mag like I did. It would have been fine. Imagine I skill poof at level 1 because I'm like, I should skill poof no matter what, and I don't adapt to the scenario. I wouldn't have pressured him as hard. People think like, oh, you're high MMR because your teammates carry you or some shit. If I messed up any one of the things I've showed you in this video, this guy could be like 5.3k net worth instead of 4.4. And people will be like, that's not true speed. Okay, all right, whatever you say, bro. Whatever you say, I don't know what to tell you. But okay, with the Ags, you get in there, nothing crazy. Your gap close isn't that good with level 1 net, which is why sometimes I think that the 2nd point in net is better than the 3rd point in ransack. I might start doing that, just because I feel like the 50% increase to the cast range is very notable. But yeah, as I was saying, very easy team fight, but at this point, so important that I connect to close off this game, because now I can farm their ancients aggressively, clean up the mid tower, which helps map control. I'm going to clean up top tower shortly, which is going to help map control. Actually, no, I didn't go for it here. I think I get my defusal, mag comes over, and this is really cleaning up the game. Instead of just 5-manning with my team, which would be okay, that is an option. Honestly, I could look to take the tower, force glyph, that's fine. I think that is a way I could play this game. Another way is, I think either of these plays are fine, which is like kind of using my team as a way to make mag feel safe. He sees us bottom, I go on him top. Didn't kill him, unfortunately, but we take a tower. And these tier 1s are so important for map control. Now they can't feel safe anymore. They can't TP any, top to back anyone up. And yeah, this game is about wraps. 14k lead. I think I throw in their fountain, but we're going to take dig. And I personally feel like people itemize wrong on this hero. The only time I think you rush Disperser is if they have like silences, which they don't this game. I think dig is just OP because it heals the Mega Meepo for so much, and you could just save one of the Meepos if they get gone on. As we kill off Ember here, triple net. Well executed, chain stun on the net. Easy peasy. We're gonna hit the portal. Something cool you can do on this hero too is you can hit the portal, right? So you can hit the portal on one of the Meepos and just let the other Meepos farm the lane. Also, something I'm constantly using is this hotkey, attack, move, force attack. Basically what I do is I click it. If I show you my player perspective here, you notice I'm gonna send one Meepo on the portal. Right, I'm gonna poof the wave with these Meepos, of course. And then after I'm done sending my main Meepo top, I attack move, I click spacebar and then left click. That's my hotkey for it. I click spacebar and then left click on those camps, and then my Meepos, I'm not watching these Meepos right now. They'll just start clicking the camp. I do want them to poof, so I have to go back and poof them, of course. but they'll just do it for me, and then I'll do it again. You can see it's that red arrow. You see the red? That makes them just attack move. So they'll attack move, they'll clean up the camp for me, and yeah, that's going to be about all. We're pushing the bot lane, and the enemy team gives up because it's North America. You know what's really crazy, guys? North America gives up way easier than Europe. I don't know why that is. I think it's like a culture thing. I don't know. Maybe you guys haven't had or have had that experience. At least in high moment games, the culture of NA is if the game is bad, people just give up. That happens in Europe, but like, it's way less extreme and less common. I don't know why that is. It's kind of frustrating. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next one. And I'm out. Peace.
And that's all. But remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.